All right, we are recording. So this is the August HWA Rhode Island chapter meeting. We are a little bit short in numbers today, but we will go through a couple agenda items, and we are, like I said, recording, and I will post this on my website. So if anybody wants to catch the meeting afterwards, they are able to. So there's a drop down on my website now. Just as the chapter coordinator, I figured HWA as a whole for the organization is kind of moving away from helping support full-blown websites for the individual chapters. It would just be too much to have to manage like an entire website when they run the HWA website. So they said to manage as much as we could through Facebook and our other social media channels, but I'm not going to put a ton of stuff on my website because it's not my organization. It's just, I figured for the meetings, for the recorded meetings, and for the link for the next website, because the emails can get a little hairy sometimes. There's a lot of people respond to different threads throughout the month. So on any given month, you can navigate to the HWA Rhode Island dropdown on my website, and I'll include a link to that in the description of this YouTube video. And you can just have the link to the Zoom meeting. Third Thursday of each month will be right on the website. So if you misplace the email, you can just click that link at 6:59, 7 o'clock, and it'll bring you right to the meeting.
I for one find it super helpful to just have it localized because I know how to find you. So
perfect. Yeah, like I said, the emails, they can be crazy. So I know we had, speaking of emails, there was a bit of crazy back and forth and some things fell through the cracks. Our goal was to have some sort of like meet the HWA Rhode Island chapter by having an online reading. And Larissa, I think you weren't here the last meeting where we talked about this, but Jason and Josh were both. So we were going to try to put together something for August 13th, Friday the 13th. But we also had tried to like throw together an in-person get together at the end of July, and that got a little out of hand. And Stephen had a couple things that came up where he wasn't able to really work on the directory and the Google Docs situation with me. So we're kind of just still chugging along month to month and definitely trying to hit the chapter meetings so that we can still touch base. But we're still kind of trying to figure out what the in-person get-togethers are going to look like, and the online reading, with hopes of doing an in-person reading in the future. So with that being said, for the three of you, so Vicky actually did want her 2 cents made clear that she was thinking at this point, maybe we should shoot for something in October now and just go full on spooky season.
yeah, I would say I think this weekend should be interesting at the arcade because Vicky's going to be reading at the same time I'm working in the bookstore. I mean, there's still going to be mask mandated space. I'm not sure if that means they're opening up if Vicky's reading in the foyer or in the hallway or in that main room where we used to have the readings for the Lovecraft bookstore.
And this is for the film festival, right? That's what's going on this weekend?
Yeah, the Lovecraft Film Festival. I myself am unable to attend most of it, unfortunately, because I'm like going cuckoo crazy with trying to get resumes out. But I will be there for an extended period of time from 10 to 5 on a Sunday, just working the bookstore and like trying to do what I can to just help out in general. So if Vicky's having a reading, and I know it can't just be her on reading on Sunday, but I haven't had a chance with all my Harvard work to really work out the details, but I think it would be really interesting because I do know that Lovecraft in their heart of hearts wants to have readings happening again, but I think it will be toe in the water kind of situation. Maybe we just do it over Zoom, and I don't think it's like the sort of thing where it's like, oh, we didn't have enough people show up. I think it's just like, trying to keep people safe. But at the same time, if there's an in-person reading and there's an in-person situation at the entire film festival this entire weekend, that should be really interesting to see what the results of that are. I mean, well, here's some wood. I'm just gonna knock it 3 times. No one gets sick as a result of it. But I think if people follow basic common sense, it could be a positive experience for having more social things happen in the horror writers community and readers community. So
Yeah.
we'll just have to see, and I don't want to jinx it. So.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point because number one, thank you for giving the shout out to the film festival. You'll be there, and Vicky is doing a reading. So if anybody, Jason, because Josh, you're not going to come to Providence as much as we would like you to this weekend, but Vicky is doing a reading at 11 o'clock on Sunday. And yeah, that's a really great point. I think we can probably, if we plan something for October, we can play it by ear for a couple more weeks and see if Lovecraft Arts and Sciences, if this goes well, then maybe by October they'd be willing to host us for the first in-person reading. I, for one, would love to do an in-person. Like, I think people are starting to get zoomed out on the readings. Like, I've seen a lot of events recently that I would really love to go to, and I just don't, because I'm like, the thought of sitting on Zoom after I've been doing it at work all day is like, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, there's only so much Blade Runner that we can really handle at once. I think that's a great idea. I think they will have. I think everyone at the top echelons of the Lovecraft bookstore will definitely more have the spoons after they have a little breather after this weekend, because this is like not exactly a spaz kind of situation, but it's like the first public event they've had since like who knows how long, maybe 18 months really. And there seems to be the stakes are high, there's a lot riding on it, but I'll keep on them. I'm going to be like, you want me to help out with readings, here's my 2 cents, here's the deal. We've got very willing, very happy people, and we all, we have 2 brain cells to rub together, actually more than 2 to rub together still. So the basic safety guidelines will be adhered to.
Yeah, and maybe we still do, because saying that comment about Josh not being able to make it to Vicky's reading reminded me that like we have Josh, we have a couple people that I think are still unwilling to do things in person, which to each their own, of course. And as the Delta variant gets worse, I think like we're all getting a little more nervous again. So maybe we definitely play it by ear. We see how things look for Lovecraft Arts and Sciences. We see how things are looking on like the broader scope. And I think if we just stay, so what I want to do is I want to get for sure this time everyone's headshots that they're like on file, so that we can stay on top of like where we're doing it, and like if it's going to be Zoom one night and an in-person thing as well. I want those to be the details that we concentrate on. I don't want to have to be like hounding everyone for oh, I need your headshot, what's your latest bio, like who's doing this reading again, are you doing it? So if we just kind of stay on that in the next, I think we should have an in-person get together in September if people are willing. And then I think at next month's meeting, we like lock down like who's reading and if it's in person or on Zoom. And Josh and Jason, are you guys okay with that?
Sounds good.
Jason, do you have a preference as to whether it's on Zoom or in person? If we have a venue that would support us in person?
In person's fine with me. If I die, I die. Sorry, I'm morbid, but I'm not worried about it.
That was like prom cares not for your 4 wins kind of nihilism there.
I know I shouldn't, I don't know why I'm surprised that you just said that. It's all pretty on brand. Okay, well then, yeah, we'll keep in touch. Larissa, I know you and I have messaged on Messenger anyway, so just keep me abreast of like how this weekend goes. I'm gonna try to get down there. I don't know if it's gonna happen, not because of anything COVID, just like crazy, like you said, kooky goings on. But yeah, just keep me in the loop, and then at next month's meeting we can talk more about it. But that kind of brings me to the next agenda thing. Do we want to try again to have an in-person like dinner get together in September?
I'm gonna be going to I'm going to be going back to Brooklyn like the weekend of the 12th. So that particular weekend wouldn't really work for me, but otherwise pretty good.
Okay, maybe I'll send an email out to everyone. I wish I knew, like, so like at work I have, I think we talked about this a little bit once before, but like I have Microsoft Teams, and you can like, it's like a mess. Like I'm wondering, should we make like a Facebook Messenger like group? Chats are kind of annoying too. I just feel like email is not the best way to get everybody. Like things just get lost.
You know, I guess it depends on what the preference is, but there's always Discord and Slack.
Yeah, Discord, I use that for another writing group thing, and it works pretty well.
So it depends on what the comfort level is, really.
Yeah, that's a good point, I guess. Well, and then this is just my opinion, and I might be way off on this, but sometimes seems like people that are like more likely to engage in like a Discord chat are the people that might be more willing to like come out and do an event. Because some people like, I totally get it. Like doing things is hard. Doing like going to meetings, seeing people, all that shit is hard. And so you join HWA Rhode Island and you're like all excited. And then a lot of people are like, they're probably like, why is this Christa woman emailing me 3 times a month? What did I sign up for? I haven't gone to any meetings. And that's totally cool. Maybe those people are like, keep me on the email listserv for the big things, and they're not the ones that would come to an in-person event or want to get on the Discord app. So maybe I throw out the Discord app, and whoever wants to get on it and wants to be like in the know about readings, opportunities, and get-togethers, they can jump on it.
Well, plus you can compartmentalize it. You can have a channel for, the super important things, and another channel for, well, I mean, within the account,
Right.
hashtag general, hashtag big stuff, hashtag self-promo, hashtag announcements or something. I don't know.
Oh God, sounds like my elder millennial is getting nervous that I'm gonna have to learn.
It's just general. I'm just saying in general that it should offer you some some flexibility.
Okay, yeah. Sounds like I need to read up on it a little bit, but it could be a good option. Jason, have you used Discord at all?
Sure. No, I've used Slack though, probably for the same thing you're using it for. I wonder if it's HWA related.
They're kind of sort of the same deal. It's just different, same principle, but different little noodles that you noodle with. So.
And Josh, how about you? Either one have you used?
Discord for a minute, but I think it was just to message.
Okay.
Like with my brother, I don't remember anything beyond that. I'm sorry, but I do know that I was on there, and I think I have an account actually because I was on there. So I just have to look into that. But yeah, I mean, I could still be on the list even though I'm not there, just to see what's going on and keep in the loop with everybody. There are a couple things, Chris, I have to mention just personally. In October, I'm going to be in Wisconsin from the 14th to the 16th. I'm going back to the place I did that internship, my internship to do. I'm going to do these Edgar Allan Poe readings at the house, which is pretty neat. They're actually going to pay me to do it and come back, so I'm excited about that. But
so
I'm going to be there for.
Time.
What's that?
So you killed it the first time?
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it was weird. I've never done anything like that, but it was a lot of fun. Anyway, they asked me to come back and do it. So there's that. And there's one other unfortunate scheduling conflict this semester. I didn't realize it. Well, they just changed it from the hybrid thing to now it's a full in-person. I got class from 4 to 7 on Thursdays. So what I'm going to try to do is just pop over maybe to an independent study room or something and jump on with you guys. But there's a good chance that I'm going to be a few minutes late to the meetings until this class is over. So it'll be, the next 4 meetings or whatever. But I just want to let you know. Sorry about
Okay.
that. Yeah, I was planning on it being a Zoom thing where I was just going to be home. You know what I mean? Because the class was, so I didn't anticipate this happening before. But I'll still be, I'll jump on at some point whenever.
No worries. I tell anytime anybody writes and says, oh, I told John tonight, he said he might be able to come late, or maybe it was Steven. Somebody told me. I tell everybody every month, if you come for 5 minutes and just say hey and listen to, it's great. So come late if that is what you have to do.
Yeah, I'll just pop on as soon as I can after class.
Yeah.
That starts next week too, by the way. Or wait, this won't be till September. Sorry, never mind.
Radical. That's really cool. Excuse me, Joshua. I'm sorry. I'm kind of a Poe nerd. Do you have any? Are you going to be reading stories, poetry of his?
Yeah, I did. Let's see, I did The Telltale Heart and The Mask of the Red Death. The Telltale Heart, because it's so popular, everybody knows it. The Mask of the Red Death is pretty popular too, but I love that one. That one's my favorite. And then I memorized The Raven, and so I did a dramatic performance of The Raven. But I didn't get all in costume. I got a coattails, but I didn't do anything beyond that. But it was really fun. And it was neat because it's sort of, it's anachronous because the parlor I did it in is only from 1888, but it's still very much in a Poe mood. All the furniture's from the 1860s, and so it was great. And I'm looking forward to doing it in October because it's going to be, of course, October, and it's going to be a little darker in there, and it's going to be at night, so it'll be a totally different feeling. I'm just hoping I'll be able to actually read the pages in the dark parlor. So we'll see.
Have you
Will
done the
they
Poe
be-
Festival in Baltimore?
No, in Wisconsin, actually, on Lake Geneva. It's this beer barrel.
No, yeah, that sounds awesome. But there's also a Poe Festival in October in Baltimore, near the Poe House.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I went there one year. I sold a ton of books. It was a great time. There were readings like that. Some guy walking around as Edgar Allan Poe, dramatic, theater groups that acted out different, like Pit and the Pendulum or different stories. It was really, really good time.
Oh,
And it was
I'm
a
looking
Mask
for
of the Red Death, like a mask ball at the end of the whole ceremony for everybody, and it was everybody dressed up with. Nobody died of the plague or anything, but it was a good time.
Oh yeah, that sounds great. That's great. You sold some books.
Now I wonder if that coincides. The dude who in Baltimore goes to Poe's gravestone to lay down the rose and the booze. I guess that guy hasn't shown up over the last 5 years, but I was wondering if it coincided with that in its history. That's all.
The Poe toaster.
Yeah, the Poe toaster, exactly. And I guess he may have shrugged off his mortal coil, which kind of makes sense. But I guess apparently he hasn't shown up for the last few years.
Yeah, sounds like he died.
Kind of makes sense. It would tie in with the subject matter. So
yeah. Well, you've been
Josh,
doing it.
the readings. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, Christa, go ahead.
The readings that you're going to do, are they going to be recorded and you'll post them after, or will it be like live streamed at all?
Yeah, I messed up and forgot to hit record during the throes of the performance this last time. So yeah, I definitely want to have it fully recorded this time. And yeah, I've thought about that with regards to the HWA. I don't know if this is something that anybody would be, well, I guess people would be interested in it. It's not my own work, but yeah, if anybody's interested, I can definitely send a link to all that. And I guess we can make posts if anybody's interested. It's going to be 3 nights. So yeah, I'll just have a video from one of them and let you know where it is.
Cool. Awesome. I was just thinking about something, but maybe it's not a good idea. It's just popped into my head. I was like going back to the whole Discord Slack thing as to like, I just feel like I want to know about all these things. Like I know Mary's Emily Dickinson poetry poet of honor of, is that what it's the poet? What is the title that she has?
Phosphorescence.
Yes.
Mhm.
Like I know that's coming up. I feel like I wait, you know, Stephen and I talked about this, and I feel like I'm like, you know, belaboring the point on these meetings, but I just can't figure out like what the best place for just the group, like once we get the social media, I feel like once we do a couple events, I still haven't had that big event yet where I want to give it to John Palisano or like Patrick Freewald or whoever's running the main HWA Facebook page and say, hey, post this on the main HWA Facebook page as our like unveiling. I think we're still like working out the kinks too much to like do that yet, but that'll take care of the social media, and the social media will come eventually. I just can't figure out where the best place is for us to all communicate, because like I keep saying, it's not email, but like where could, I'm gonna check out Discord. What I was gonna say earlier was like, should we just have like a text thread? But that might be wicked annoying, and that's more of an immediate thing to then, like I want something where you can go and like a little like sounding board of like, you know, this is coming up for members of our chapter, and like you can support people in this way. Like where, I mean, I know Stephen mentioned Google Docs, but that just seems like very, to be honest with you, it seemed like a work project. Like it seemed like we were gonna have all these files and all these folders, and in a way, like I almost feel like, does anybody use OneNote? Like, you know, OneNote has like like I do kind of want files or folders so that we can compile Jason's amazing market information and compile like upcoming events in general, like cons that are coming up and people's work that's coming out. Like I know Aaron had a, you know, big release recently, and it's like I've been trying to follow it and like promote it when I can, but you know, we all have a ton of stuff going on. It's just like one place where all of the HWA Rhode Island chapter members could just post little updates would be really great.
Well, for the most part, I've only set up one Discord channel in my life, just for like geeky sort of film club, sewing circle kind of stuff. But it's pretty intuitive. You know what? If you delve and you decide, Christa, if you'd like to go the Discord route, just hit me up, and I'm certainly not an expert, but you know what? Even if I just need to do it myself, I'll do it.
Well, Larissa, maybe you and I can like play around on it. Like maybe we can start chatting on it, and I can like figure, like I can be like, hey, what does this do? Hey, what does this do? And if we think that it works,
consider it done. Consider it done.
Okay. And then if it's like working out at the next meeting, we'll be like, hey, Larissa and I have been using Dropbox. Anybody that wants to. And if it doesn't work out, we'll belabor the point some more.
I'm sure we'll figure something out. Even if it's not Discord, it'll be something.
Yeah. All right. So, Jason, what were you thinking for like, did you want to say anything about upcoming markets? Were you going to compile another email? Do you have any ideas for like how you wanted to support, if you were going to continue to do that going forward? Like, what do you think would be easy for you in terms of like helping out with that piece?
Whatever's, I mean, I can do whatever people want, you know. I don't want to like flood people with emails if they don't want them. Or, I mean, anybody can reach out to me for anything, anytime, and I'm happy to help. But I don't want to like also annoy people, you know.
Right.
So,
I mean, maybe Discord is the place for that too. And instead of just like putting that all on Jason, like, I mean, I actually came across a couple really cool markets lately.
Yeah, there's been a couple of them good ones.
Yeah, and I could, you know, you just send the link and you say, hey, anybody, and that has a better sense of immediacy to it too. Like I could, instead of sending an email that like is going to get lost in the shuffle, you can send a message and be like, hey, 6 weeks from now is the closing date for this new submission, and anybody that is interested can like take it right there.
Yeah, I could definitely do that, because
yeah, I mean,
I've seen some good ones as of late as well. I think Camino's is closed, but that was a pretty good one.
Yeah, I missed that one. I don't think I had anything for it, but there's like a cemetery gates media one right now. Oh, it's just for female and female identifying. Um, but
Yeah, obviously I wouldn't limit it to, I mean, if there's something for BIPOC or whatever.
yeah, we could just
I would
share
share
them
it,
regardless.
yeah. If it was a good call.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
tough. I mean, there's a lot of.
Oh, and
I-
Nightmare is opening in September. They're opening, I think it's, oh, I have it right here.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
Nightmare is
ever since
great.
Wendy has, with Wendy as editor, they've opened like way more often than they had previously. So Nightmare opens for submissions on September 12th, and they close for submissions on the 18th of the same month. So they're only open for 1 week, and they're taking like flash, nonfiction, and fiction.
It
Yeah,
was
incidentally, I
one.
don't know if you guys read Krista's piece, but it was really good in Nightmare. Yeah, well done on that.
And which one? In Nightmare?
I had a nonfiction column run in, well, we're still in August in this month's issue.
Oh, congratulations. Sorry, I have not read it yet,
No worries.
but look for it.
Yeah,
Poetry. They're taking
subscribed,
poetry
so look
too.
for it.
I
Yeah.
do have a story coming out in October for Night Script. So should I get in touch with you about that in September then? Should I let you know about this at the September meeting? It comes out October 1st, so I guess it would make sense.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully by next month we have a place to like put these things, but let me know when it comes out so that I can post on the social media sites too.
Okay, all
Is
right.
there going to be any sort of like launch event, like a reading for the authors that are in it, anything like that?
No, I don't, Mueller hasn't mentioned anything yet, so I don't think so. But I'll let you know if so.
And remember too, you can always send it to me for the newsletter. The cutoff is the 15th of every month. But like,
Right.
it doesn't really, I kind of was thinking about it the other day. We don't even have to think of it as a cutoff. You can just message me privately. Like, don't email the whole group because then things will get really crazy. But email me privately whenever you have any piece of publishing news, and I will just keep it in my folder and I send it out to the HWA person that takes care of that on the 15th of every month. So
Sounds good. All right.
send them on as they come in. Okay, so I think the only other thing that I wanted to talk about was in terms of the in-person event, what we had tried to throw together this past month was a little group get together at Riff Raff, which is like a bookstore bar in Providence. Is there any like new vote for somewhere else, or does that place still work if we tried to get something together for between now and the September meeting?
I mean, I only just moved here like 6 months ago, so I'm still exploring the city really. So I'm game for anything.
Okay,
Works for me
cool.
too.
I'll be there in spirit.
And then I won't say like I know, Josh, I didn't know if you wanted to say anything. Mary reached out to me and said she needs to just take a little hiatus from the group. She's got a lot going on with work. So yeah, we'll hope that she comes back
Yeah,
soon.
unfortunately. Yeah, they had a real critical person leave the department, and so she's just getting all kinds of stuff dumped on her. And yeah, but she'll be back.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I feel the pain of that. But yeah, so does anybody else have anything that they want to chat about?
Go
Sorry, go ahead, please.
After you.
Oh, sorry. I just want to apologize that I've been kind of out of the loop lately. But you know, I told Christa briefly. I've been kind of in a creative rut recently, but it's just a matter of applying myself a little better. I've been a little obsessed with trying to scope out new professional library opportunities. So I've been a little obsessed with that, and also with reading. But yeah, I mean, I'm just here to listen and support for now, and everyone's creative endeavors, just to signal boost everything that I can. that I'm in a weird position of like, I mean, I'm not exactly an influencer at the Lovecraft bookstore, but I am filling in a shift that has been pretty lucrative for the store. So they are listening to, you know, but like I said, I'm only sticking my toe in the water as far as events and stuff go. But pardon my French, but if you have any fucking books, fucking tell me.
Here, here. And you are awesome. We support you as well, and we are very glad that you are here.
De nada.
What were you
Yeah, I
gonna
was
say,
just gonna say, some people take me up on my offer. I mean, I'm not, you know, I've been around the business for a long time now, but I'm certainly not Robert McCammon or any of those other people that I worship. But if I can help anybody, that any good person, I'm happy to help. So in any way, shape or form, I can, you know, so if I can give you any insights or whatever, or just help you market something or whatever, I'm happy to do so. But some people take me up on that. Some people take me up that too much. But some people just, you know, don't care. So it's up to you, but I am always making myself available for anybody that, any good person anyway, not those not so good people, but you know who they are.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for that.
All right. Well, in the spirit of like this being for the people of horror, and not just to take up needless time and be another chore that everyone has to do, we'll end a little bit early. And yeah, Larissa and I are going to play around with Discord, and we'll find a way for us all to communicate regularly.
I'll try to make it Sunday if anybody else
Yeah,
can
I
be
think
there.
Vicky would love it. So I am going to try to make it. I definitely won't be able to get to the whole festival, but I do want to try to get to Vicky's reading. So we'll see.
Yeah,
if
if
you
y'all
have any video, I'd
have
love
a chance, drop in the bookstore.
Yeah. All
I'm
right.
not far away, so I have really no good excuse not to. So it's kind of early on a Sunday.
Yeah, well, my shift is earlier than normal. I'm working like 10 to 5 just to like just be in support. So you know, I mean, it's like when they asked me, they were like, "Hey, are you interested in filling a shift at the bookstore?" I'm just like, a chance to freaking geek out with people. It's like my librarian mode kicks in, and it's been really enjoyable the last couple of months. So, and
Yeah, that's fun. It'll be fun this
it
weekend.
provides some extra gas and laundromat money. So, not too shabby.
All right. Well, best of luck at the festival. Hope it goes well. And I'm going to stop recording and end the meeting. And I hope everyone has a great night and a great weekend.
Bye, guys. Good to see you.
Bye.
All right, y'all. See you soon. Stay safe.
You too.